なにも好きだ。さすがにキモかったか。今後お菓子は控えた方がいいと思う。マジで。
So, I just need to know if I am alone on this. At the end of the episode, I was wheezing and cracking up and just like hella freaking laughing. Like the fact that at the end of the episode, you know, he grabs her hand to try and hide the chocolate that Yamada's about to shove in her mouth because the teacher's coming around the corner in the library. He doesn't want to get in trouble, so he grabs her hand and she crushes the chocolate, and she looks him in the eyes and she says, "Go away." Okay, and I'm like, oh no, was she mad? Does she just want to not wash her hands because Kyoutaro touched it or whatever? No, she ends up just licking her hand all over the place. He turns around and she's like, oh. And like I was just dying of laughter. Like this episode literally got me like to cry from just like how much I was laughing this episode. Like, you know, of course there's like these serious moments and these like, and then it comes up to, like these emotional hilltops, you know, where we have like Kyoutaro and or Ichikawa or whatever. I guess Ichikawa is easier to say. We have Ichikawa and Yamada's relationship kind of like going upwards here, and then it comes down a little bit, but then it kind of like pans out because the humor takes it back up again. Like overall, this episode was just really, really funny and just really enjoyable to me. And there's a few different points that I kind of want to touch on. So let's talk about where the episode left off last week, which was Ichikawa and Yamada getting stuck at the station. For whatever reason, that kind of put Yamada over the top, and she was crying and just wasn't able to handle the situation of like being left behind and everything. And he was able to kind of pull her out of that, and he was able to get her a really cool drink. And he was able to make her laugh by making him, you know, a scene of like, oh, he was like, I'm going to the bathroom. That's what he should have said, you know. So she got to feel better. And then again, a moment of laughter is when he sits like 9 seats away from her. Even if she's like so far. And then on the train, he tries to get away from her. She like yanks him and like hugs his backpack. I thought that was really, really cute. Again, that funniness and then like that moment of them like getting closer. You know, it was very interesting. Also, I keep forgetting that Ichikawa has an older sister. Every time she shows up, I'm like, yo, oh yeah, I was like, that's right, he has an older sister. I forget about that. Then we have Yamada waiting for Ichikawa at school. And I like how, you know, she was there to give him like the shoujo books and everything. And I really like how he ended up calling her out. Like, weren't you waiting? Like he keeps assuming that the person that she likes, the person she's waiting for, the person that she wants to talk to isn't him, basically. And it all is him. She was waiting for him. She wanted to talk to him. She wanted an excuse to give him books. She wanted an excuse to, you know, she wants to get closer to him, even if it's subconscious, even if she doesn't realize that that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. You know what I mean? So he calls her out for like, you know, weren't you waiting for somebody? She like backtracks. She's like, oh yeah, I was. And she like goes, that made me giggle and laugh. And I thought that was really cool. Then we have the whole entire scene with Kyotaro's friend. And he's talking to, and his friend's like, yo, what are you getting close to Yamada for? He's like, oh no, I've been found out. This is the scene where I get bullied by a classmate for liking someone. And that's not the scene at all. His friend actually likes Yamada. He likes all the girls really, but he likes Yamada as well. And he starts talking about her chest, her legs, and this. And he's like, it's just, and he's like, I feel dirty after talking to him. And then he goes in and sits at his desk, and he looks at Yamada's leg, and his friend's like, you're right. He's like, no. He's like, oh, he got me again. Funny scene. Then we talk about the holy grounds. The holy grounds, the library. There was literally a no eating sign posted because of Yamada and because of Ichikawa. Thankfully, they found a lozenge pack, so silly. But regardless, Yamada's like, yo, I'm eating here anyways. And they decided to do it, and that's where it leads to where I talked about at the beginning of the episode, where he grabbed her hand to hide her from the teacher and stuff. Also, earlier in the episode, he got a face full of booba as well when she was trying to get him to read her books. I thought that was, he was like, it like squished his face. He's like, ugh. I was like, that's funny too. And as we move on to the end of the episode, he tells her to lay off the snacks. And she said, mm-hmm. He's like, you really need to lay off the snacks, you know? He's like, mm-hmm. And she's like, ah. So overall, episode number 6, another good episode, Dangerous in My Heart. We're about halfway through to get through the season so far. This is slated for 12 episodes. I'm having a great time. I'm hoping that we, hopefully, if not this episode, because I really don't think this was the tipping point, but I hope next week is the tipping point where we kind of get to a point where we kind of start moving a little bit more towards maybe like a first date or like some hand holding, or I won't put my eggs in the kiss basket, but like a hand holding, a hug, maybe something genuine, like a genuine interaction between them. I'm hoping that happens. Maybe like a festival or Christmas, or something to where their relationship can kind of grow and foster a little bit more. Even if that's what we get left off on, I think I'd be pretty satisfied with that if there's something that happens between them. But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like we're creeping more towards that, because even Yamada herself was like, yo, what do you think about having a relationship in secret? He's like, so I think we're creeping towards that. It's just about a matter of like, when is it going to happen and how are they going to navigate that this season? Like, is it going to, like I said, are we going to get a handhold? Are we going to get like an embrace? I don't know if we're going to get a confession from one of them, but like, I want something like that to happen. I think that'd be really cool. And I'm wondering how it happened. Again, festival, New Year's, Christmas, beach, summer, beach vibes, summer, something like summer break or something like that. Like, I'm wondering what's going to end up happening. But overall, another great episode, Dangerous in My Heart. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy seeing Kyoutaro or Ichikawa and Yamada kind of get closer and begin to open up. And it's funny to see Ichikawa open up, because he's always really open in his mind, where we get to hear his inner thoughts, but we never get to see that verbalized. He's beginning to verbalize a whole lot more to Yamada specifically, and that I love. All right, let me know what you thought about episode 6 in the comments below. I'll see you guys next weekend. Have a great rest of your weekend, or whenever you're watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.